Hey everybody, this is Sergeant Soldier, and this is What's on My Mind. Hey everybody, it's Sergeant Soldier, and I kind of woke up in the wee hours of this morning to some texts that I never wanted to get. I was hoping that I'd beat him to the punch, but here we are. Sitting to my right is a portrait I did a few years ago of a Sergeant Kevin Rowell, 7th ID, Charlie Company 227. We served together. He was a mentor. For about 6 months, we were room dogs in the barracks. We did, let's just say we partied together a lot. And we spent a lot of time talking. And I really got to know him and love him. But I got the news that he went down in a traffic accident, died due to injuries on his Harley Davidson, which I had really advised him against at his age and his condition. But you know Kevin, if you knew him, he was a stubborn son of a bitch from New Hampshire, and he was funny as hell. Always a man to point out the absurd and the laughable in the times of greatest hardship. He drew me through a lot of times, and when he went down with kidney failure in summer of 1990, it was kind of a premonition of what was going to happen to me, because we served in the same spot, and you know I've been doing dialysis for 19 years, and he's been there to encourage me, and he was there to encourage me through my hardest times. I'm still in a lot of shock. I'm waiting for that moment. He has already, with closed eyes and tears welling up but not quite coming, sat down next to me and put his arm around me. But losing Kevin was hard. We were light fighters together back in the day, and just to his 3 daughters, just know that we loved each other and we're brothers till the end. I wish there was one more phone call I could call him and laugh and just go over. We would always go over our litany of doom of all of our grievances and getting old, but then we would start laughing about it. And this didn't occur often enough. Once he got his new set of kidneys, he was off to the races, and I encouraged him. And though not to get on a Harley. Like I said, I sold mine 3 or 4 years ago after I knew hitting 50 riding a motorcycle as a kidney patient, I was probably doomed, so I sold it. And you know, I had to take this portrait off the wall and reverse the matte here to white. I did a bunch of portraits of Charlie Company from a 110 camera that I took back in the day, and this was one of my favorites. I did a really good job on this one. It took me 3 tries, but I got this down so close to a photograph that was taken on a bus ride down to Hunter Liggett. You can notice it. Kevin was very young, and has that army stash, a little bit outside of the lips, edge of the lips. Of course it is. But he and I and Mike Sherman all lived together in the same NCO room for a little while, and got to have the time of our lives. We were in Panama together. He was 3rd Squad's team leader, and when I made corporal, I made corporal because he injured his ankle out at Hunter Liggett when we got our new guys in the spring of 1990, probably about June. He hurt his ankle. There was no one to lead the squad. I led him through a competition, a round robin we were holding down there with the new guys, and my guys won because I had good training. And I am on the verge of tears and breaking into emotion right now talking about it. But this is, notice I didn't even bother to change the incoming sign behind me because this is a What's on My Mind edition of, this hurts. And I hate having the real world come into my G.I. Joe world, but this is a hard hit. Me and him and Mark Trammell, who died of cancer a couple of years ago, were the three amigos. I mean, when we came back from Panama, us three put back a bottle of tequila each. And from then on, it was off to the races. They went from being the scary old sergeants to some of my best friends on this earth that I've ever had. I've never been closer to people than I was in the Army. And Kevin was one of, even Blakely had gotten married and moved on, and it was when Kevin and his dear wife, Robin, who I want to say to everybody, loved him very much all the way to the end, despite all the problems. I've been to bat, to marriage 3 times myself, and struck out all 3 times. Kevin was there each time to pick me up, help me dust my knees off and move on. But this bud's for you, buddy. And I'm gonna miss you, Kevin. I hope your hand is there to grab mine and pull me through to the other side. It's a long rainy day today. Anyway, this is Sergeant Soldier. Peace and love. Kevin Rowell, rest in peace.